Page 27, French Minuet. A minuet is a hoity-toity dance type figure in 3/4 time. So it could be a waltz. We've had mazurka is another type of dance in 3/4 time. Well, minuet is too. 3/4 times popular. It's got one flat. This is in the key of D minor. Again, that's fine. Let's go through and make sure we get the fingering in the rhythm. Don't see any dotted rhythms anywhere, so it's just eighth notes and quarter notes and stuff. So it's here. You have a pickup beat coming in on beat 3. With a measure at the bottom, it just has 2 counts in it. We're fine. So it's 3 and then 1 and 1, and it's 3, 2, 1. Here. That's very common in piano, that fingering. So yeah. 1, crossover for measure 5 here, and then lift up. 2. I'm going to connect everything. Crossover. They say 2, 1. That's fine if you want. And going on, measure 10. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. I'm just rocking the hand here. Don't forget the B flat. And then going on, it's and. Like you were at the beginning. Left hand. Here, they have a 5 on repeat. I'll come back to that. Just right now. Second, 2, 3, and then when you come in again, it's here. Crossover, third finger. So it's melody, both hands. It's like a duet. And then you repeat that, and that's where the 5 comes in, because you're here, you just play with 5th again. So the last measure, the second line, measure 9, you're here. And when you repeat, just play it again. You're fine, because you got lots of rests, you got lots of time to move back down. And that's what that 5 is on repeat is for. Let's go down to measure 10. This is tricky, because on measure 9, you're here. And immediately you got to go to here. There's no rest or anything. The beat's got to go on. So it's, you may have to practice that move from here to here. We practice moves if we have to, so do that, yeah. And then the 8th notes. I really don't recommend third finger on all those. If nothing else, do 3, 1, 3, 1. Just alternate 3, 1, 3, 1. Just so you don't have to do that. A lot of times I'll figure out, according to the time signature, what pattern of fingers I can use to match the time signature. And since there's 3 beats to a measure here, I can do a 1, 2, 3. I can go 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. That's 6 counts. That's or 6 notes. That's what I need. And it doesn't matter what finger you use for the half note, because you got to rest after it to come up. So the fingering you use there for measures 10, 11, and 12 is up to you, but I would encourage you not to use the same finger on all those. Just figure something else out. 3, 2, 1 works good. So forth, or just 3, 1, 3, 1, or 2, 1, 2, 1, or whatever. Just not the same finger. In the last line, you're up here, and then the last 2 measures. 2, cross over, reach down, here. Then you'd repeat that. Isn't that lovely? Put the hands together, and again, I'm still connecting everything here. That's a quarter note. Lift up when I play that. See, we have like a duet going on here. So take it as slow as you got to take it there, and measure 4. So forth. Let's go down to measure 10. You're here. Then go on. when you can sort of do that at any speed, it can go real slow. It's fine. No hesitations anywhere. Then we can add in the articulation. Just separate the notes if they're not slurred. Because here, but the left hand's slurred. At the same time, that's tricky because you're doing two completely different things in the hands at the same time. So let's take a look real slowly at measure 4. You're up here. Separate these, connect these. Now connect, separate, and lift up. So it's again. Something like that. Just go as slow as you got to go and go over and over and over until you can get the articulation for each hand working. And watch out on this 8th note. I keep missing the 8th note. It's an 8th note, not a quarter note. I want to play a quarter note there on measure 5. It's not. It's an 8th note. Don't know why, but it is, so okay. And then measure 10, play these more or less connected. And then go on. Staccato. And hold that out until beat 3. Off. Then we can add the dynamics. Moderately soft. It's going to have to be for both hands here because it's sort of a duet here. Whatever you think sort of soft is. You get down to measure 10, you come up. Now you're loud. Don't drown out the right hand here, but you can be sort of loud in both hands. And you're going to go up to very loud here. And slow down. I don't know about that in a minuet, but that's what it's marked. And a fermata, you hang on to that with a metronome. I'll just hold it for 4 counts instead of 2. And then we go softly now, and the odd tempo means you take off again. Now that, different ways of interpreting these things, but a lot of times when you slow down and then you get an odd tempo to take off again, you won't just take off again, zoom. You speed up into it. So it's so the 8th note might be a little longer yet. You might accelerate into it. I don't know how well that works with a dance. It seems like with a dance, maybe we need to just take off again. But I wouldn't, with a dance, why are we slowing down? So I don't know what's going on there. And this is soft here at the bottom. So you're soft. Huh? Speed-wise, people don't agree what andantino means. So it depends on who you're talking to. Just be aware of it, that people don't agree. Because some people might say one thing and others another, and no matter what you say, somebody's going to disagree with you. Some people say andantino is a little faster than andante. So andante is kind of a nice stroll. So andantino would be a little quicker stroll. Not a walk. That's more like a moderato, but just a little quicker than a stroll. Other people say, no, andantino is actually a little slower than that. Whatever. To me, it's a little faster, so that's what I usually do. And it's such a small difference. Just play it a little slower than moderato. And that's not the beat I'm talking about, it's the flow of the piece. What does that feel? to me is that's more like, maybe that's too fast. I don't know. You decide how what you want to do. Just be careful that whatever speed you pick at the beginning, it's the same speed throughout, except for when you slow down there on the third line. So don't start one speed and then gradually speed it up. See, we all have a built-in natural speed we want to go. And that's what we want. That's what we're comfortable with. So if we start a piece slower than that, the tendency is to speed it up to that. And if we start faster than that, the tendency is to slow it down to that. We have to be aware of that. That's just another thing we have to deal with. So whatever speed this is, you got to keep it that speed, and I recommend to do that, keep the eighth note feeling going. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. See, keep that going throughout. Fortunately, there's a lot of eighth notes in here to keep you doing it. But it's just very important. Don't. And by the time you've gotten down to the third line, you sped it up a lot. No, it's got to be the same speed throughout, except for the retard on the. Then on top of that, they've added pedal. I don't like the idea of pedal on this because that causes some problems. And let's talk about the problems, because it's important you understand what's going on with the pedal so you can use it intelligently. I don't know. They've marked pedal for the third line. Now keep in mind when this composer lived. Look at that. This is a long time. This is Baroque music. I'm not so sure they would have wanted the feeling of what the pedal's doing here, because the pedal's going to connect it all. I don't know. I think they would have wanted to keep that disconnected going. I mean, you can connect this, but yeah, there's a little silence between those. That's more in the style of this period, but the book has marked it, so if we do that, it's there. Overlapping, push it down right up to the notes, change it on each measure. The idea is we're getting rid of the overtones. We don't want it to build up all the way through. I mean, it just grows. Whether you want it to or not, it's going to grow. We don't want that. So they're changing it on each measure to clean out the overtones. That half note at the end, but I personally would prefer not to use the pedal. Yeah, I think it's much cleaner and more in style of this type of music without it. I'll leave that between you and your teacher. When they play with me, I'm going to leave it out because I don't like it, so I don't want to do it. So it's that. I'd like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I can't slow down. A metronome won't slow down, and I'll hold that dotted or that half note with the fermata. I'll hold that 4 counts. So I'll give us 2 counts because we come in on beat 3. Let's just play it slowly together, and we will do the repeats. Ready and go, and 3 and 1. Repeat. repeat. Two, hold, 2, 3, and